Hello everyone, it is the Wizard Dude again, and today it's time for a review of a live-action movie. I think this is the first one I'm doing of a live-action movie. So, what it is, it's called Jurassic Park, and it, yes, is one of my favorite dinosaur movies. And you could also consider it a science fiction movie, because, dinosaurs and scientists and stuff. But anyway, it was actually a book by Michael Crichton before this. And the movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, whom you might remember as director of An American Tail, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, and a couple of others. And there's a lively cast of characters in here, including the main character, Dr. Alan Grant. Dr. Grant's a paleontologist who works alongside his girlfriend, Dr. Ellie Sattler, another paleontologist. And the Jurassic Park itself is off the coast of South America, Chile, I believe, which is on Isla Nublar, which is Spanish for Cloudy Island. Isla Nublar, Cloudy Island. So, let's dive into this. At the beginning, there's the Robert Muldoon, who is the game warden at Jurassic Park, has his men and taken a giant crate, which is revealed to have a velociraptor inside, and tells them not to drop it and that it's dangerous. Unfortunately, this caused problems for Geoffrey Brown, who was a dino handler, and he gets presumably eaten or something. Donald Gennaro, the lawyer, heard about this, and apparently John Hammond, the creator of Jurassic Park, is looking for Alan Grant, and who is in Montana with Ellie, studying a velociraptor fossil, when suddenly Hammond's helicopter comes down and he invites him to the place, alongside Gennaro and Jeff Goldblum's character, Ian Malcolm, whom many consider Dr. Malcolm one of the better characters in the whole Jurassic World Park franchise. Dr. Malcolm, he is a mathematician, but he calls himself a chaotician because he thinks he's versed in chaos theory. So, once they arrive, Ellie and Alan notice that there's stuff like a plant that should have been extinct years ago, and brachiosaurs as well, indicating they're on a dinosaur park. The one that John Hammond created himself. So they go inside the lab to figure out how this was all done. And they go on a tour, a slideshow tour maybe, with our good southern accented friend, Mr. DNA. He knows all about dinosaurs, and he tells them all about, through an animated sting, how the dinosaurs at Jurassic Park were made, and that geneticists were doing it. Soon, they decide to the three adults decide to explore the park alongside Hammond's and his grandchildren, Lex Murphy and her little brother Timmy, who Timmy's really impressed by Dr. Grant. He's cool. Grant is brave, though, for tackling those dinosaurs. So then later, it's a bit stormy once they... After learning more about dinosaurs in the van, there's this Dennis Nedry guy. Apparently, he wants to smuggle things off of there and created a security code that, whenever it's brought up, this part gives me a chuckle. A gif of Nedry comes and he goes, you didn't say the magic word. I'm gonna assume it's please. So anyway, after exploring the park, like the Dilophosaurs and stuff, there's a thunderstorm up when they tried again, and then a T-Rex comes and smashes their cars. And then they're warned to don't move. They can't see you if you don't move. Personally, that T-Rex's sights are highly based on movement. I'm going to say this. That only works in movies like this one. So, Ellie and and Alan get out Lex and Timmy, but not so much Timmy though, because he gets stranded in a tree all tied up. And even Dennis, he slid down some water. Whatever that is. And Gennaro gets eaten by the T-Rex. I guess he had dinner. Anyway, once they rescue Timmy, Alan and Lex stick right by him to wait till morning. And meanwhile, Ian, Dr. Malcolm, is okay. He just got slashed. And then the next day, Ellie finds Robert Muldoon, who they decide to go to the power station to get the security code and turn off the power. But then there was even one part where a brachiosaur sneezed all over Lex, and she thought it was gross. But they had to run away from the Gallimimus who were after them. No, really, a bit of a run. And then comes the quite intense part. After Ellie turns on the power and stuff, then Muldoon gets slashed by a raptor and he died. Soon afterwards, Dr. Scranton Sattler tried to find a way into the control room, but him and Lex are stuck in the kitchen with the raptors watching their every move. And they do everything they can to, distract them, like throwing pots and pans at them, sliding things down. And that was kind of fun. And Lex manages, thankfully, to arm the door locks from the control room once they get there. And then they start to leave the visitor center. But unfortunately, the raptors come back. Lucky for them, though, the T-Rex X comes and saves them, indicating that she wasn't all bad after all. Or maybe not. That T-Rex on Isla Nublar is not all bad, but the raptors were the true danger. Hammond, Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, Lex and Timmy, and even Dr. Malcolm leave the island on a helicopter, and Alan decides that they've decided not to endorse their park. That's the end. Overall, I'd say the movie was fun. Nail-biting at times, genuinely scary, and sometimes fun. But there were a few movies after that I'll review sometime. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't hesitate for ideas. See ya.